able to see until side over there.
Yeah.
Right? All right. So the next thing we're gonna discuss is user stories. Fortunately, we already have a list of user stories um, compiled because this is a project that has been thought before. But I want to review them. I want to make adjustments and then potentially add or remove those that are redundant. So why don't we start with the user stories that we have? Do you have the list?
Which first is registration.
So registration, right? So you have something like, because this is web based,
Yeah.
you would have something like a home page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And so you want register for it, right?
Yep.
And then you can also put log in also. Okay, because that's the only way you can. Do we want to add anything more to this homepage?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
no.
want to make it simple, right?
But in the home page we can have actually two.
navigation, with the user roles, like who are going, like tenant,
Who is registering tenant or the
yeah,
property manager?
Yes, though that means you would have entirely different backdrops per tenant. So let's just make it tenant and user. Property
Property
manager.
manager.
So in the home page,
Property
there
manager.
should be the tenant and property management, two
Yeah.
tabs, or the login.
So what were the stories?
Is different login page.
Actually, home page have these two, like where.
There is tenant
Yeah.
and property manager, and then the login.
Exactly.
After
Like
that, the tenant login.
you are
and
registering as
property
a
manager
tenant
login.
or property.
Also,
manager.
this means this would be two.
Yeah.
So register as tenant
Yes, tenant.
and register as property manager,
Yeah.
right? Oh, that's
Login also same.
login. I think once you log it in, the system would able to know.
Yeah.
So can we review the user stories? Just read them
Yeah,
one by one.
sure.
So
So registration.
register as a user. I want to register as a tenant.
or
As-
the property man. Yeah.
And then login, and then report a complaint.
Report a complaint. So can we read that? Can somebody read it?
Okay, the stories.
Yes, for the complaint.
As a tenant, I want to report any complaint to the management or the landlord.
So we can put here report complaint, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
And from the property manager's side, you can track that complaint.
Yes.
Also, tenant need to track.
Also track, right?
Yeah.
So if you have open complaints, you want to track
You
complaints.
can track the status of that complaint.
Complaint status.
What management?
So that means, let's say you have resolved or closed complaints as a tenant, you want to be able to review them, right?
Yeah.
But all of them are essentially the same thing. What else do we have? Track complaint as a property manager.
I think for the property management, track complaint also can we use the resolve or the status of that complaint.
Resolve,
Resolve
Yeah,
the
resolve
complaint.
complaint. Yeah.
resolve, or update status.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna put update, but it's not update that they're gonna
Send
change it, right?
notification, I mean the
So maybe update
notification,
status.
provide notification or something.
No, resolve means like after check the complaint, what initiative the property management done. Take.
So it's okay, update, because property managers, they can update the status of that complaint. And that's the same way that tenant can
Because-
track that complaint
Can-
status.
yeah.
Like if there is a common complaint, 2-3 tenants
It is.
report.
Mhm.
So then if the property management is see that complaint which they are already working on, so they can update that status.
They
So
can
it-
add it and they only can see.
See that
They
they are
can edit
already
or something. They can do
Oh, that's
anything.
actually a valid point because, for example, let's say you have an apartment and the issue is
like
an
water
infestation
supply.
of rats, for
Yeah.
example,
Any sort of bugs.
Yeah,
bugs. It could have been a complaint that is not by one
one,
person. It could be a complaint by 3 of them.
yeah,
Maybe
like
maybe
in
more.
a same floor or something. Yeah,
Even in different units, no matter
Yeah.
what.
And then that means you want to keep the update
Update.
status for them just so they know, oh,
they are
my
working on
complaint
it,
is
this,
This one.
and they are already working on that.
nice. Okay, then let's move on. What else? What more user stories do we have?
The payment system.
Exactly.
Which one?
Payment system.
Payment
Payment.
system. Okay.
Tenant can pay rent.
So wait. It seems to me. Can we show the example? Okay. Complaint. We can combine them into one page, right? Complaint. Right? In other words, it doesn't matter what they see as
No, but that should be under tenant.
but it should be under tenant. I mean,
After login.
if you look at our example, you can see that they didn't say who owns
Yeah.
what.
But for the employer,
They put something else,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, carry on.
So that's why we can combine them into one system, and all the access are just weak per. So in other words, we can make them into one page basically. They see the same page.
On tenant, like on tenant navigation, on the tenant page, we
Okay.
can make navigation like complaint, payment, like
Okay,
this
so
kind of thing.
So we can say
Login.
the tenant.
Yeah, like on
First
tenant
login.
tenant page,
So-
logging, then register, complaint.
Only tenant can report complaint.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then we can just split them, right?
Okay,
So
yeah.
tenant complaint, property manager complaint, and what do we have extra? Payment, right? So payment.
It should be the under tenant base.
Like
under the
tenant-
tenant.
Yeah,
Like
tenant,
these-
this is the tenant base and after in the tenant base, there should be the rent, complaint,
I want to put it like this:
yeah, that will be
complaint,
better.
complaint,
Yeah,
yeah.
that will be better.
payment,
payment,
and then you can have something
Track.
like complaint. What did we say? Report,
complaint, new complaint, track,
track.
Yeah.
So report or new.
Feedback about that complaint.
Yeah, that's track. And then for payment, you have payment.
rent payment, or
So what types of payment
Types
do
of
we have?
payment, methods of payment.
Methods of payment, right? So type,
Type.
methods. So what types do we have? So for example, we wanna handle
Pay the rent.
pay the rent. Let's pay rent. So for that, as tenant, I want to be able to use the system to pay the rent. Do we consider one time? You did say one time.
Deposit. Deposit.
Or the deposit, you means like, okay, so like at the beginning, you
Yeah.
could like one time
Yeah.
payment for the first month and the deposit as well.
Yeah.
Oh, then we
Yeah,
can
that
just-
that's going to be
It
in
goes
the
in the
payment.
registration?
It is under payment.
it
It is
goes
in
in the
the
registration.
if this is
Because when
money,
you register, you have the sign, the agreement sign, and then you
yeah, but it's under payment,
Yeah, but registration is for the system, not for your agreement.
yeah.
Mm.
So that's different thing. Payment.
So wait, does that mean, I think we must have missed something very, very crucial. So when you log in as a tenant, you get the complaint, you get the payments, which actually have their own backdrops. You can also say, besides this, something like view profile, because you want to know who are you as a tenant, right?
Like my account.
You have an account, so something like a profile. Oh, I'm a tenant in 812A, for example, or yeah, something like that. So maybe a view profile. Okay. Let's move on. Pay rent, pay deposit. What about
For the profile,
Maintenance cost.
we can update profile, view profile, update profile as a tenant,
all right?
because profile can be updated.
Yeah.
right?
Like into resident and non-residents and stuff like that.
Update profile.
Like
And that view profile can include on that, like that one under tenant only just profile and the
View.
profile. Yeah, view profile, update profile.
What about forget password?
That's right.
No.
I think we should just put it
I
up
will
there.
terminate
For
profile.
now,
It's,
we can do
it's
this.
an
and,
agile.
Verification.
It's an agile process. So yeah.
Okay, I think we're getting somewhere.
and even in the profile, you can see your contract, view your contract.
Oh right, contract.
Contract, yeah.
Yes.
implement.
That's very important.
Very important,
Very-
especially
And
when
if this contract also
Verification.
will be included on the manager,
Managers, right? They
Property
can also
okay.
see.
like review, renew.
Read only.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue. We seem to have thought a lot on this side. Wanna focus on this side now. Property manager complaint. So
No, it should be the
so this property manager
Yeah.
Yeah.
and also complaint, right?
Complaint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
And then if
track
you have the
complaint,
complaint,
resolve complaint.
you
yeah.
can track. Sorry, my handwriting. You can track and update the status. So for example, I want to yeah, it's okay. Can we did we miss something?
No, it's good.
For the complaint is
So that's in the complaint and the payment from this side. They can
Oh,
receive
the
the payment.
they
Yeah, they
should
can
see
They can receive the payment.
yeah receive.
Receive.
Or just see
Actually,
who
yeah,
paid.
system
who paid?
because
Yeah,
They can
paid,
see
or-
actually who made the payments.
yeah.
Okay, then
The payment-
under the
they-
payment
Just
system,
view
They can
the
see the
payment
payment
status.
status. Yeah.
Yeah. View the payment status.
view status.
Do you need a portfolio for the tenants too? For the public management, like the tenants profile, we can also enter too.
Like they should be able to see the profile,
Of the tenants. Yeah.
History, maybe tenant history.
tenant
Profile and in the
history.
profile, view only.
So
Yeah, the
from
profile,
here,
the tenant profile, yeah, property manager only can see.
okay, so over here,
Yeah.
they can only just view. Then let's just add one more here.
History of the tenant.
You
or
can put
profile of
tenants,
tenant history.
history,
I mean the
view,
profile,
view current one,
Yeah.
current ones,
list.
view list. Sorry, this is better.
Because
My-
it's-
my handwriting-
It's not just the view. They can have access, like to see the. Say for example, they can see the profile, and the profile tenant has the contracts. So from the property management side, they can see the contract, so they can renew this contract. They can.
No, that the profile, only the tenant's profile, property manager can.
So that means this is connected to
After
here,
history.
right? Does that make sense?
What?
Okay.
Sorry.
So-
Say again, please.
So
Say again.
tenants have their own profile. They can update, view, and then
Manager
have the
can
list
manage.
of contracts.
Yeah.
The manager can only view,
View,
Yeah, yeah,
only
yeah.
view.
and then because they would have a history of tenants, and then
The profile only
list.
they can view
Yeah,
the
I have
profile.
one
That's
question.
Uh-huh.
Like the profile is made by the tenant. What if the tenant leave the apartment? Then the property management has the access, has the access to remove that profile. If
Cancel.
they can not access, how can they delete that profile from their?
All right. So they can view, but they can also
Cancel.
Update.
cancel.
Not
Not edit.
cancel, just
Like
view
cancel.
and update.
Not
The-
edit.
like contract
Cancel.
finished or something.
Like yeah, for example, if the contract is
Finish.
going to end, he has to be update the contract, right?
So update contract.
Yeah, renew or update contract.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a good one. Renew. Sorry, my handwriting is
That's okay. We
not
understand, no
cooperative
problem.
right now.
No problem.
It is not cooperative. So, is there anything else we've missed? We want to be able to show.
Like property managers can use a notice board.
Well, chatting,
Yes.
notice
Yeah.
board.
Notice
So we
board
don't have a
and
notice board. It seems we
It's
have
just
a live chat.
Live chat.
Yeah.
What about the third party contractors? Why do we put that in like
Contract.
the third party? Do we need to?
I don't think we need to. The
Because those things are managed by the property management.
Oh,
They have that's completely there because those contractors are not using this application.
right.
yes, although they could, yeah, they maybe as notes to them if you have, but maybe not. We'll consider at the future iteration, right?
So the most
So wait,
important is the
I-
live chat.
For to say communication and live
Communication.
chat. So you have a chat, right?
It can be also text, right? Email or text.
Yeah.
Email, phone,
Communication.
Notification.
Communication.
Because
Communication.
whenever
Email.
like when the property manager try to chat, it can be happen that the tenant is not
Not,
present in the apartment.
not
yeah.
available. They're not available.
So,
So-
it's better to give notification,
All of this. Email.
email or
Message.
settings.
Email notification, e-notification.
Actually, on the chat you can write
Text
communication.
notification.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
Under,
will be
under
under
communication,
that
you can
communication.
put that chat,
Chat,
email, text.
so live chat, email, text,
Contact
Text.
us.
SMS.
SMS.
Yeah.
phone, and paper notice.
No paper.
Um,
This system is only the
Web based.
web
Yeah.
based.
I think for the most part, and I think we're over the time, it seems. We have discussed like a lot of user stories as opposed to this backdrop. And then at a later point, we can also review our, because we already have our prototype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can review how we can incorporate some of the missed elements from this
Yeah.
one. And then I
And
think
then after that, we're gonna distribute our workloads.
Yep.
Who is doing
Yeah.
what?
alright.
Just
I
take
think
a
this is
picture.
all good.
That's
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
for now. Thank
Maybe
you.
somebody should take a picture and then if we have to add something more, we'll keep to this as much as possible.
Okay.
For now, I think it's okay. Then it's an agile process. We can update later after with our professor review
Feedback.
Yeah.
I'll change whatever you need.
Thank you everyone to attending our discussions in user roles and the user stories.
Yeah.
Thank you.